Well, my name's David Farmer and I live in Norwich in the east of England. I began my career as a primary school teacher, but really my heart was in acting, and I moved on to set up a theatre company. I ran that for 25 years. We toured plays to primary schools and secondary schools all over the UK and abroad as well. And over the last 10 years, what I've been doing is working as a freelance consultant. And that can often mean training teachers, not just in TEFL or that kind of area, but also across the curriculum. I work with teachers and actors, learning about drama techniques. I've also written a number of books, and I occasionally still direct plays. Well, I think that drama is something that reaches right across the spectrum for children, in that those who really find academic work difficult can respond quite well to drama. For example, a lot of children like to move around. Drama gives them the opportunity to do that and to learn at the same time. And I've found that if children are having fun, they'll remember it. Whereas, you know, if they're just learning from a book or just directly from the teacher, it's not as interactive. So it gives them a chance to interact with their friends, to express themselves and to have fun, and at the same time they're learning. Well, I think that drama is something that many EL teachers already use. For example, in role play, this is very common. But I think that there are many other ways that drama can be used too. And I've written a number of books and have a website which has lots of drama games and activities on it. And these are the more physical activities that I talked about. And they can be used in the classroom, you know, simply by pushing the tables back or making some space at the front of the class. You can bring a group out who can have a go at a game, or if you've got a larger space, even outdoors, people will do drama, although that can be harder in terms of concentration. But I think that also drama can be seen as a teaching technique which can be used right across the curriculum. So if a teacher is teaching a class, they can think about, right, I'm going to do a presentation on the whiteboard, or I'm going to use a video, or a question and answer session, some writing and so on, and they might also think about using drama. So for example, I've written this book called Learning Through Drama in the Primary Years, and this looks specifically at how you can take different drama techniques and apply them to different subject areas, for example, geography, history, and so on. And you might, for example, take hot seating, which is where a character is interviewed, or a child is interviewed in character, and that could be applied obviously to history, as it might be applied to characters in a story in literacy. So, well, it's difficult to explain all now, but you know, I think that it should be seen as part of the teacher's arsenal, that these are techniques that they can just pick up and quite quickly. You know, some of these activities take 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and they can be interspersed in the teaching session. So it's a good way of waking kids up and, as I say, allowing them to express themselves, have a bit of fun, and at the same time they will be revising or learning something new. Well, the one that I use in every single session is called 10-second objects, and it's a very simple game to learn and to play. And the reason is that the title of it explains exactly how you play the game. You divide the children or young people into groups, usually of about 5 or 6 students per group, and the teacher calls out the name of an object, for example, a car, or a clock, or whatever it might be. And in 10 seconds, those students have to make the shape of the object out of themselves. And there's no real time for arguing or anything like that. They just have to get on with it. And it works every time. and each group will end up creating their own version of a clock or their own version of a volcano or whatever it might be. And then you can get the groups to show what they've made to the other ones. It's always quite good fun. But this is a perfect activity for revising vocabulary. And if children actually make the shape of words with their bodies, they'll remember them because it was fun.